Hey guys, I'm Marcus with Detloff Manufacturing. Today we got some really cool new products that I want to show you. So for the last few years, we've been working through multiple iterations of what I think are the best forward lighting option now out there for the current generation of Ram heavy duties. So for all the 2019 to present Ram 2500, 3500, and 3500 cab and chassis, we've got some really cool new light mounts for you guys. So what we've done here is we've taken a look at the lighting options that are currently on the market, and we thought that there were some major shortcomings with all of them. I want to list those off real quick. So you can mount your lights on the A-pillar, which is a good height for mounting your lights, but the drawbacks are that you will always suffer from increased wind noise, decreased fuel economy, and they're very easy, unfortunately, to steal. That's a problem that a lot of people have to face, and it's a reality of having your lights being very visible and easy to put tools on. The second option is you can mount a light bar inside of the lower grille portion of the front bumper. It's a convenient spot. It's hidden, which is nice. The problem with it is that because the lower grille is a honeycomb pattern that has an offset across its width, and you're mounting a straight light bar in there, the problem is that you lose about 55 to 60% of all of your light output from the light bar because it's blocked immediately by that honeycomb pattern. So if you're putting a 20-inch on X6 Plus in there, something like that, S8, you're going from a very high lumen count on a wonderful light bar to knocking 55, 60% of that productivity out. The third option is that you can mount lights either onto the top front of the bumper or just forward of the bumper on some mounts that are out there now that mount into the tow hook areas. The problem with that is fairly obvious. Your lights are now the forward-most thing on your truck. So if you hit a snow berm, you hit a tree branch, a tree trunk, anything like that, anything on the trail, the first thing you hit is your lights. You put a lot of nice, really expensive lights on there. You don't want those to be the first thing you smack into stuff. Just like the A-pillar lights as well, unfortunately, super easy to steal. So even with security hardware, it's not that hard to get around. So what we've done here is we wanted to use the factory geometry, we wanted to use the great mounting location inside of the front bumper, and we wanted to match a series of lights to the honeycomb pattern. So what we did was we went looking for the best fitted light to that pattern, which for us happened to turn out to be the Baja Design Squadrons. These are a superb fit in there. They match the pattern almost exactly. And what they allow us to do is to get about a 90 to 95% light transmission through that honeycomb grille. Something that's really cool about having such a high light output, such a high productivity by matching these pods to that grille pattern is that by running a series of 6 Squadron Pros, we are able to get an effective light output of over double the amount of an Onyx 6 Plus 20-inch bar, which is an incredible amount of light in a nice protected location that keeps your lights safe and gives a great location for light to be produced from. So now we're able to hit almost complete output from the lights and offer some really cool mix-ups of lights in there according to whatever you want. So what we can do is we can either run the Squadron Sports, the Squadron Pros, or the SAE rated Squadrons, and you can choose your pattern. So instead of being locked into a simple light bar setup where you have all spot or a combo where it's spot and wide driving combined, you can now choose between your spot, fog, wide driving, SAE, and control them individually. So if you want to just run a pair of SAE fogs while you're driving down the road, wonderful height for that. You could run 2 lights like that if you wanted, and then have 4 spots for off-road. So this is a really cool setup. And we've made 2 big accommodations here depending on what your truck has. So right now we've got a 6-pod light for the trucks that do not have, excuse me, a 6 light system for the trucks that do not have the Park Sense sensors. If your truck does have the Park Sense sensors, The sensors eat up some space inside the grill area, and they're very sensitive to having metal mounted near them. And because we don't want to give you headaches with having your ParkSense sensors turn on all the time randomly, what we've done is we've made a series of mounts that allows you to run 4 pods inside that area. So we have accommodations for all those trucks. If you got the ParkSense, you can run 4 pods in there, almost 100% output. If you don't have the ParkSense sensors or you want to delete them because you don't use them, you can swap out that plastic honeycomb grill section from the OEM part, and you can run 6 lights in there. Just like all of our products, these light mounts are 100% made in the USA. We like to do business at home and feed our neighbor. We've always been that way. We're keeping it that way. And what we've done here is we made a really high-end product. We have laser cut CNC formed stainless steel frames that are powder coated black. The black finish makes these things blend right into the truck, makes the frames disappear so the lights kind of pop. It's a really cool look. And because the substrate is stainless steel, if you have any gravel strikes, road salt, anything like that, it's never going to rust these out. These come with stainless steel hardware. They mount into OEM locations, so you don't have to do any drilling, any weird unbolting, or anything like that. These do require that you remove the factory air scoop, which most of you probably have because the air scoop and the air dam hangs super low underneath the truck. Doesn't look that great, and it gets ripped off if you're on an off-road trail. I think that we've really nailed the fitment. We've got a very clean look, very hard to steal, but incredibly simple to install. Really clean look when you turn them on. I think that this is a really fantastic product. You guys are gonna love it. If you guys have any thoughts or questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We also check all the Instagram and YouTube comments, and these will be found on the website.